Franklin's Reading Club. Franklin can tie his shoes, Franklin can count by twos, and Franklin can read all by himself. Most of all, Franklin likes to read the Dynaroo books. He has every Dynaroo book ever written. One day, Beaver said, "Guess what? There's a new Dynaroo book." "What's it called?" asked Franklin. "Dynaroo and the Monster," said Beaver. "Oh," said everyone. "It will be in stores tomorrow," said Beaver. Everyone agreed to meet at Mr. Heron's bookstore. "Let's go first thing in the morning," said Franklin, "and let's wear our Dynaroo capes." But first thing in the morning was too late. "I'm all sold out with Dynaroo and the Monster," said Mr. Heron. "But we really wanted that book," said Franklin. "So did everyone else," said Mr. Heron. Just then Franklin saw Mr. Mole. He had a copy of Dynaroo and the Monster. "Where did you get that book?" asked Franklin. "At the toy shop," said Mr. Mole. "It's for my grandson." "To the toy shop!" shouted Franklin. Franklin and his friends ran down the street. They ran around the corner. They ran up the next street. They ran and ran until they got to the toy shop. There was a sign in the window. It said, "All sold out of Dynaroo and the Monster." Everyone groaned. Just then Franklin saw Miss Muskrat. She had a copy of Dynaroo and the Monster. "Where did you get that book?" asked Franklin. "At the library," said Miss Muskrat. "It's for my grandson." "To the library!" shouted Franklin. Franklin and his friends ran up the street. They ran around the corner. They ran down the next street. They ran and ran until they got to the library. "Sorry," said Miss Goose. "Miss Muskrat borrowed my last copy of Dynaroo and the Monster." Everyone groaned. Franklin pulled off his Dynaroo cape. "I'm going home," he said. "Me too," said everyone else. When Franklin got home, his granny was there. "Look what I bought my grandson," she said. She held up Dynaroo and the Monster. "Wow!" said Franklin. "Thank you, Granny." Franklin put on his Dynaroo cape. He opened his book and read page 1. The phone rang. It was Bear. "You want to play?" asked Bear. "No," said Franklin. "My granny gave me Dynaroo and the Monster." "Wow!" said Bear. "Can I read it after you?" "Yes," said Franklin. He sat down and read page 2. There was a knock at the door. All of Franklin's friends were outside. "Are you finished Dynaroo and the Monster yet?" asked Fox. "Can I have it now?" asked Bear. "What's taking you so long?" asked Beaver. "How can I read if you won't leave me alone?" Franklin said. He closed the door and sat down. Franklin read page 3. He looked up. His friends were watching him through the window. Franklin looked down. He read page 4. "I can't stand it!" shouted Beaver. "You are a slow reader." Franklin pulled the curtains. Franklin read page 5 and laughed. He got up and went outside. "Guess what happens on page 5?" he said. "Don't tell!" everyone shouted. "You'll ruin the story," said Beaver. Franklin went back inside. He could hear his friends playing outside. He opened the door. "Are you finished?" asked Beaver. "No," said Franklin. "I am not finished. I will never finish with all of you bothering me, so please come in and sit down." Everyone went in and sat down. "What's going on?" asked Beaver. "Welcome to Franklin's Reading Club," said Franklin. "I will read Dynaroo and the Monster out loud." "Hooray!" said everyone. Chapter 1. began Franklin. The monster says, "Boo!" "Oh," said everyone. And then no one made another sound until Franklin said, "The end."